Good Morning Cybertron is a podcast intended for adults and is not suitable for those under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Simon Furman, and you're listening to Good Morning Cybertron.
Perfect. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Cybertron!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Good Morning Cybertron. I am your host, Scott. I am currently still alive, despite the Grim Reaper's attempts to off me once every 36 minutes, it seems. But I feel pretty good. I'll probably only have 3 or 4 near-death experiences this episode. Coming up is runner-up to me in near-death experiences. It's Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
Annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to fill the listeners in on what's going on, or do you want to keep that all to your lonesome?
No, I can explain. I spent the night working on Blender last week, and I guess I was more exhausted than I thought afterwards. I often spend the night just working, doing that. Yeah, I went into the bathroom. I started feeling nausea. Lost a little bit of hearing in one ear for a sec, and I thought, oh shit, I better lay down. So I walked out of the bathroom to go towards the bedroom, and I blacked out and collapsed and hit 3 walls on the way down and broke my wrist. And I still don't understand why, exactly what the reasons are for the collapse. The doctors seem to think that it was fatigue related. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're up, mobile, and slowly getting back to one piece. Now, let's talk to somebody who's the breaker of bones. It's Xavier.
Good day, legend.
That makes my nether regions tingle whenever you call me legend. Ooh, I'm your little legend. I'm a bad boy.
You showed the directions on an overhead world hub.
Oh, I like that. And of course, also joining us this week, it's Wilford Brimley. Say hi, Wilford. Oh,
I heard it.
Who's a good kitty? Kitty? It's Wilford. He's over here. He likes to go over there. Sometimes he wakes me up when I'm sleeping in my underwear. It's Wilford.
Really? Because I heard, what's up, motherfucker?
No, leave him up there. He likes being on the show. He's got some interesting viewpoints on Animorphs that I think people need to hear.
Tri-Rex was the best toy ever.
Dude, I'll tell you
Fucking
what.
Fight me.
Come here. Let me tell you about Kiss Players.
My God, I remember Animorphs from the 90s. Everybody had these books.
Oh my God! With the really incredible slow morph graphic.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's. I seen them. I seen them everywhere.
Oh my God, those toys were horrible. They were just.
Are these Animorph graphics in the room with you right now, Thomas?
Just because a toy line involves one thing converting into another thing doesn't mean it has to be Transformers.
I wanted to take I heard about Tri-Rex, right? I didn't have a clear image of it in my mind. And I thought, well, I've got all these different robot heads, just kind of floating around from this, that, the other thing. Here's some Bionicle. Here's some Mars robots, shit like that. I got all these heads. Maybe I can pick up a Tri-Rex for cheap and turn it into some weird Decepticon thing. And I think that'll be fantastic. And,
what is he doing?
Wilford, he's just climbing. He just likes to climb. He likes to be on the show. And I thought to myself, I'll get this Tri-Rex and just turn it into kind of a robot thing. And I looked it up on eBay, and I looked at it. No, I'm not. No, that ain't happening. I'm glad some people enjoyed it, but not me.
How can you not enjoy when the little white boy who forms the tail has an entire right arm that is the tail?
Well, I guess I'm a bad person, is what it is. I'm a bad person.
Hold on. According to Wilford, because I can hear him clearly through my headset, he's calling you an asshole for not liking that.
Well, you know.
So
look,
thinking about the Tri-Rex,
Okay.
if that was something that somebody actually signed off on and actually made, why don't we get like a movie collab version of like the Thing creature where it comes with like 3 figures that you kind of unfold and connect together to form a horrific mass?
There's a Transformers crossover that we need.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you could
man.
employ the same gimmicks that the Ghostbusters toy line did. Remember how there were these where there'd be like random jaws and shit and parts of them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. So like you could take 2 or 3 figures that are supposed to be human, mash them into one big mass, and then like I don't know, their leg could turn into a big mouth or something.
Listen, speaking of unspeakable cryptic horrors from the nether realm, I need to tell everybody here about Toy.Run. Now, once upon a time, in the bustling markets of Shanghai, there lived a man named Paul. Paul was not, and to this day is not, your ordinary toy seller. Paul was a fearless adventurer with just a heart as big as the Great Wall of China. By day, he sold knockoff and unique transforming toys to eager customers. But by night, I know this for a fact, by night, Paul roamed the streets in search of adventure. One moonlit evening, Paul was closing up shop. He heard strange noises emanating from the shadows. Curious, he followed the sound to a dark alley where he came face to face with a monstrous creature, the Chupa Toybra. Now, this fiendish beast, with its glowing eyes and razor-sharp claws, was terrorizing the streets of Shanghai, sucking the batteries out of knockoff toys and leaving chaos in its wake. Determined, I say determined, to protect his fellow toy sellers and restore peace to the city, Paul knew he had to confront the Chupa Toybra head on, armed with nothing but a trusty flashlight and a bag full of knockoff toys. Paul did what no one else would do. He bravely stepped forward to face the creature. With a mighty battle cry, he charged the Chupa Toybra, dodging its attacks and striking back with all his might. The battle raged through the streets of Shanghai. Paul and the Chupa Toybra locked in a fierce struggle for dominance. But Paul, alpha Chad that he is, refused to back down. He drew upon his courage and determination, and he defeated the monster once and for all. With one final heroic effort, Paul delivered a decisive blow to the Chupa Toybra, sending it reeling into the darkness. As the creature vanished into the night, Paul emerged victorious, hailed as a hero by the people of Shanghai, and from that day forward, Paul's legend grew. His bravery celebrated throughout the land, and though the Chupa Toybra may have been defeated, Paul knew that his adventures were far from over. With a smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye, he returned to his shop, ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring. Now, Paul has found himself back in his native Canada, but he still whips ass on the toy realm with his wonderful site, Toy.Run. It's like Twitter for toys, but by God, I saw something on there the other day that I went, not only do I need this, I kind of have to get this. And it's at that point that I realized I may have a problem. I need to find this here. Where is it? There it is. Check out these Bumblebee plushes. They got Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper and something that kind of looks like Blur. Now, these are some pretty good size plushies, but they come in one more size.
Oh, no.
3 fucking meters tall. Damn near 10 feet. This is it on top of a minivan.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, like you've got 3 sizes: small, medium,
And go fuck yourself.
and large, and then what? Boat sized.
Isn't this the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's giant plushies attack your minivan?
Look, you could fit yourself in one of his legs. That's like a 5-person plushie at best. That's a combiner. That's what that is. And yeah, I'm on the search for this. Do yourself a favor, go sign up at toy.run. You will be so happy you did. Going over to the chat, Crossbones Koopa says, I'm the first one here. Bow down to me, mortals. Dwayne Marshkus, I do not bow. How about a courtesy? Hello, everybody. And Crossbones goes, that'll work. Giga Twin says, well, cheer up. You now have a ratchet. Holson85 says, hello. Crossbones says, Holson, hello. Come and join the Koopa side. Together we can rule the internet. And Holson says, that sounds like a plan. Dewanis Perez says, hello, everybody. Dewanis, I saw your latest. You streamed at 5 a.m., so I didn't get there live. But I listened to it. It was great. It was fun. And we love you too, Dewanis. We love you too. Crossbones says, God, real Ghostbuster toys were the shit back in the day. Belucius, how you doing, buddy? Belucius says, all of this is real. I was Paul. Dwayne Marsh says, I had that Tri-Rex. Weird combiner. Dewana says, finally a plushie that is the perfect size. Belucius says, these are fetish size plushies. Holson goes, a 3-meter plushie. Like what? Like 1-to-1 scale almost? Wolf 1701 says, Godzilla roar. I think that really says it all. My God almighty. We got the new trailer for Transformers 1 animated. I watched it in space. I felt a little bit.
Good for you.
I felt a little bit silly watching it in space. I kept waiting. I like had my fingers crossed, going, "Come on, meteor! I just want to see it. This will be the best trailer in the world if a meteor takes it out halfway through."
Yeah, that's an interesting marketing ploy when you know it's going to reach 2 people.
Yeah, two Russian
It's like,
cosmonauts.
Yeah, it's like, you mean I seriously have to put in this much effort to watch a 2-minute trailer? How about you go fuck yourself? I'll just catch it on YouTube.
Well, I gotta ask. Like, I've seen so many mixed reviews. I've seen people saying this is shit for a trailer. I've seen people that liked it. One idiot, this is why we need to boycott. Jesus Christ, you don't need to boycott this. See it if you want it.
No.
This is why you should boycott Transformers 1. Get a fucking life, buddy. But
I think it's
Just a
interesting
little.
they're doing something different.
yeah,
No, I'm happy. I'm happy with the overall experience of, because this is the first time ever, no humans,
mm-hmm.
which is incredible. It's kind of interesting. I'm not 100% sold on the take that like Alpha Trion needs to blast you with a magical spell to make you have the ability to transform. I was like, okay, that's weird. We'll see how they like play it out. And in the trailer, they're like getting their footing on how to learn to transform. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I like the voice actors a lot. Keegan-Michael Key, always a favorite.
Oh,
He's been great.
Bumblebee has not had a voice for so long. Thank you for giving him Keegan-Michael Key's just nonstop ranting voice.
The fact that they actually threw in like an adult joke almost was like, call me Badassatron, and I was just like, we're just gonna call you B. You know, it's just like, oh, they tossed in a little bit of a curse there. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see the team up of Orion Pax and what the name was for Megatron. I can't remember right now. D17. There we go. So to see them work together with Scarlett Johansson and Keegan-Michael Key, this is an interesting new version of like an early lineup of characters. So
Yeah.
I want to know more. I'm actually intrigued, and it's really just dependent how much time do they devote to the film. I mean, it's animated, so I'm assuming they're not going to do like a 3-hour magnum opus.
I gotta say, it looked fun, right? It didn't look super serious. It looked fun, and going back to something you said, Xavier, where you said you didn't really like that Alpha Trion was handing out the ability to transform party favors, right? And I kind of thought about that because that was something that bugged me too. But then I watched the trailer one more time, and they were saying oh, here you work in the pits, and they threw him down there and what have you. And I kind of went, an interesting way to take this is, if they were actually created with their T-Cogs and then had them removed to make them slaves from the get-go, right? And then they get them back. I think that would be a powerful message.
I think that's exactly what's going on, because if you watch throughout this, you'll find that all of them, at least initially, have an empty socket in their chest, which implies that they had them to begin with.
Right.
But they get removed, and probably because they're slaves.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that Alpha Trion must have had some, and he's living as some sort of a he's I guess living as some kind of I guess a wild man or something.
If you
like your Obi-Wan Kenobi, the wizard that lives alone in a hut.
Yes.
He's a medical shaman, whatever that archetype is that you like the best. That's him. He's the guy that starts your quest.
If you go back to the G1 cartoon, you had Alpha Trion, but he was the leader of the female Autobots because you need somebody with a penis to keep him in place. Fuck, I'm sorry, man. The joke was right there. I had to go for it. But I wonder if maybe Alpha Trion has a strike team that goes out and steals these T-Cogs once they've been removed. Are they warehoused someplace? Are they thrown away? Maybe he's reclaimed them, found them, what have you.
But if you notice, this in some ways kind of consolidates a lot of different versions of the Transformers origin lore, because they don't have the T-Cogs to begin with. They're enslaved by Quintessons, which is derivative of the original cartoon. They have the T-Cogs are a MacGuffin in this, which is something from Prime, and they have to learn how to transform, which is something that happened in the I believe that happened in the original cartoon and in the comics.
Yeah.
It's something they had to learn. So they're sort of consolidating a bunch of different versions together in different ways.
In the cartoon, it was implied that you had to learn the art of transformation. But in the Marvel comic book, it was implied this took painful fucking surgery.
Oh, modification.
Yeah.
Yeah. The version the one thing I'm actually kind of really hoping for, and because it's so obscure, is from, I think Marvel UK was the version that introduced Primacron. So I know it'd be a long shot to see a little chicken man running around Cybertron on this planet full of robots. But it's just Primacron basically made an entire planet and then another planet. So I don't know if that's going to be an Easter egg in there or something, but that's an interesting character that would just be super fascinating to see, because he was I'm going to capture the spirit of two dead gods and stuff them into metal coffins so they can't escape.
Did you ever notice that Primacron looked a little bit like what do you call them? What are they called? Skuxoids?
Skeksis?
Yeah, he looks a little bit like them, kind of.
Yeah.
From Dark Crystal?
Well, no, what the hell were they called? They were these weird little rat creatures that you would occasionally see in season 3.
I can see them. I just cannot name them.
Like Galvatron tried to hire one as a bounty hunter to kill Octane once.
Skuxoids.
That's what they're called. That's the word I was. Yeah. He looks a little bit like them.
Here, I found this in the first comic book. It's the second or third page. It's in the weeks that followed, Decepticons from everywhere reported for clandestine meetings to learn the logistics of the coming clash and their parts in the struggle. The wonders of their technology bestowed upon the Decepticons the awesome ability to transform into weapons of unprecedented power. With these tasks completed, all was in readiness for the first assault. And you can see, like, the Decepticons going through surgery there. So it's implied that this is something that had to be done. You know, that's.
I thought that was mostly something that happened to the GoBots. Like, you know, they were human, or like at least humanoid-ish aliens that had their brains put into the shells.
Whenever I was a kid, I had Zod. I still have my Zod from whenever I was a kid. Love to find a sticker sheet for Zod because the stickers on mine are in rough shape. But with Zod, you got a comic book that described the origin of the GoBots, right? And they tell you GoBots were living creatures, but eventually they replaced all their organic parts with machine. Okay. And then it's just like they talk about like how Psykill learned how to change his form. And by watching them, the other GoBots learned how to do it too. And it's just Leader One, like the toy at like a 15-degree angle, leaned back. Leader One looking at his screen, and there's the motorcycle going up this ramp there. And just, that's how he did it.
Oh, I remember you showing us that.
Yeah, that's how he did it.
I actually thought it was kind of funny. Like, if you watched that show all the way through, it sort of implied the reason why the Renegades are Renegades to some extent. I mean, the origin of them seems to be entirely different, but like of the Renegade faction itself. But like the reason why individuals become like that is that after they have their bodies replaced with a GoBot body, some of them kind of develop a god complex. They're like, wait a minute, I'm indestructible, giant, can fly and hurl energy from my fists. I can do anything I want.
Let's face it, that's not far off from what humans would do.
Yes.
You get some guy that's able to dance really cool on TikTok, and you get that fucking attitude. Imagine if your body was made of steel, could transform into a fucking gun and a jet, and you were 25 feet tall. Holy shit. And you're still able to do the TikTok dance? Yeah, fuck it. You're gonna go evil.
So it's sort of implied that, like, you know, having your brain put it in a giant indestructible robot body doesn't really gel well with some people's psychology.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the plot to RoboCop 2?
It kind of is, yeah. It kind of is, except they're all suicidal. Oh my God.
Too. Fucking still one of the best gags I've ever seen in a movie.
I'm excited for Transformers 1. This is one of those things that make me wish I would have a kid. You know, that was I wish I could take my kid to this, and I can't wait until I do have kids and we sit down in front of the TV and we do watch this together.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be not a big hit, I'm going to say. Like, I think it's going to do okay, you know?
Yeah.
Like, 100 million, 150 million. People are going to enjoy it. It's going to have, like, a 2-week run in theaters. And that'll be it.
Yeah, me.
But, yeah.
It's going to be me sitting down with my little boy, Alexander Paul Mort. Ariana and I have the name picked out already. Alexander, she just likes the name Paul because my dad's name is Paul. And we're going to sit down and we're going to watch this. And, what do you think of that, son? He's going to look at me and go, shut up, Dad. I want to do my TikTok dance. And just clicking the gun. It's time to put him down. It's for the good of the fucking universe, man.
And then he transforms into a gun.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh. Moving.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
Have you is it just me, or does Bumblebee's body look like an Armada Decepticlone?
A little bit. I'll tell you what. I did see some Decepticons in the trailer of this. Looked an awful fucking lot like Viacons, and that got me excited.
Oh well, yeah. There was a couple. Yeah. But like, I mean, look at his torso. Like, it kind of reminds me of some of those orange and black Decepticons from the Armada game.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to do something radically different because some of the thought process being, if you're going to do alien vehicles, try not to make them look like the 80s version so much if you could. Great, thanks.
Yeah. Going over to the chat, Crossbones Koopa said, if the movie is good or bad, I hope for some good toys from it. Dwayne March says, I saw it on YouTube. It looks fun. Belucius says, creepy faces. Technical Jim. Hey, Technical Jim. See, he says, it's going to take a little time for me to get used to those Kit Kat-shaped noses. Now I'm hungry for Kit Kats. Crossbones Koopa says, Blunghole, don't trust Buzz Lightyear. I did see the picture you sent of the Buzz Lightyear cup on Facebook that said it ain't going to suck itself. And Technical Jim says, IIRC RoboCop was written by Frank Miller of the goddamn Batman fame. I believe you're right. Fucking RoboCop. RoboCop 1 was written amazingly well. RoboCop 2, not written as good, but god damn, the design for RoboCop 2 was just kick-ass.
Well,
Absolutely
Frank
kick-ass.
Miller was the original writer for RoboCop 2, and he actually had a cameo in the movie.
Yeah. Wasn't he one of the criminals?
He was the scientist.
Oh.
No, he was the scientist that gave Kane the drug nuke, and then he's the one where Kane says, it makes my back teeth float. Can't feel my teeth. He's the, when he's saying that to the scientist is Frank Miller.
I see.
And then Frank Miller gets blowed up real good in that lab explosion.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to rewatch that again. I do believe I missed that. I thought maybe I'm thinking of Deadpool, that like one of the writers is one of the guys in the bar or something like that. I don't know. I'm coming off being real sick.
So just slight tangent. As far as I am aware, Frank Miller, the comic book writer, has had 3 movie cameos.
Okay.
He's been in RoboCop 2 as the scientist. He's been in Sin City as the priest Marv shoots in the chapel confessionary, and he's been in Daredevil, the first one with Ben Affleck, as one of the dudes that gets a pencil in the forehead from Bullseye.
Jesus. Well, Crossbones Koopa is hoping for some good toys, and I got some good news. 'Cause the toys look pretty good. At least the mainline toys. The mainline, we get the weird Bumblebee mask again, which I don't understand because Bumblebee does not look like this in the movie. So we get the weird transforming Bumblebee mask. We get the weird transforming Optimus mask. We get this chintzy
The
little
Optimus mask is new.
Yeah. We get this chintzy little grandma bought me this stuff. And then we have a pretty decent Alpha Trion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that reminds me of Carnivac somehow.
Yeah. The Wolficorn.
Yeah.
It is a Wolficorn.
Which I can't. Number one, I still have trouble believing that unicorns don't exist. I mean, what sounds more realistic? A fucking beaver with a duck bill and a rattlesnake fang on its leg that lays eggs? Or a horse with a horn? It's...
The only problem is, how would you derive the horn from horse genetics? I mean, just trying to figure out how you would get that.
I mean,
Shut up, Thomas. They're alien robots.
I mean, you have the narwhal. And
but a narwhal's horn is a tooth.
Right. Okay. What about what if the unicorn isn't really? Let's say the unicorn actually existed. What if it's not a horse per se, but a very large goat? Because if you notice, most unicorns have little beards. And what if it's just a very large goat with its horns fused out the top of its head?
Oh yeah,
that is very constructive. I like that. I just like to believe they're magical alien robots.
It's already mostly. I think most people that have studied the Job's bestiary and things like that they are in fact some species of rhinoceros. But
interesting take.
Yes, because there are.
I noticed that the Optimus toy holding the axe. It appears that Optimus is holding a ball of energy with his open hand that sprouts an axe. Is that what it looks like? His fingies wrap around a ball and he squeezes it like a stress ball to make the axe pop out.
Dude, if I had a stress ball with an axe on the end of it, some people would respect me a lot more. Let me tell you. Oh, God, Scott stressed again. It's...
I'm gonna go chop some wood.
And by wood, I mean prostitutes. It's... Oh, my...
By prostitutes, I mean me and Chase are gonna have a night out on the town.
Yeah,
Come here,
yeah,
Chase.
yeah. I kind of like this. I kind of like this Cybertronian vehicle mode because it doesn't look like a human would be able to fit in this or see out of it. It's...
Yeah.
Man. These...
Unless that human's like a micro SD card.
Yeah, I hate that this looks so fucking good. I hate that this looks so
I'm
good.
interested.
It's very soft focus. The robot mode, the color placement of like the arms and things, very soft focus. Reminds me of War Within Optimus.
But I mean,
These are deluxes, right?
Yeah, these are deluxes. Look at that face. That doesn't even look like... I think that's something that gets me. It doesn't even look like the character from the trailer.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a weird alien mashup design of like sled and the classic truck.
Yeah.
But I mean I'm down just because it's like you're right. You're not supposed to be able to fit any sort of person in there in this version of the character.
Alpha Trion's toy design doesn't really look much like him either. Look at his face. That looks like some kind of maximal thing.
Well, I'll tell you, the face of Alpha Trion, I noticed, like, in the trailer, one of the horns is broken. And
Yes.
this dude looks pristine off the fucking assembly line.
This is probably like a version of the character that was pre-trailer then. You know,
Yeah.
like you have different versions. Since we're talking like Orion Pax is not Optimus yet, this toy version might just be or like Alpha Trion before the events of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Going over to the chat, Holson85 says, I don't mind the RoboCop TV show. Been many years since I saw it. I liked the RoboCop TV show. There was some really, really cheesy stuff in there, but there was some really, really good stuff and some really awkward stuff like Pudface, the criminal, and the fact that that Pudface got a toy.
That was actually.
I really like the.
Weird.
Do you remember the scene in Prime Directives?
Gonna have to be a
where
little
I
bit more
guess
specific.
There was a scene in Prime Directives where they were going to corner him. They were going to try to capture RoboCop from like I don't know, the 20th story of this building.
Mhm.
So all of these riot cops came in and surrounded him, and he just looks around. He doesn't grab his weapon. He just looks around and he says, "My body is composed of titanium. I don't think you are." and they just look around and they just drop their weapons.
Yeah.
They're like, and then he walks out of the window and falls and lands on his feet and forms a giant crater.
Yeah, it was a good show. Holson85 also says,
the
"Oh, go
cartoon
ahead."
was also equally fucking weird.
Holson85 also says, "More like Alpha Tryhard." Nah, just kidding. This looks pretty decent. Technical Jim says, "I think Frank has a cameo in The Spirit. For some reason, he wrote and directed. Played a cop who gets his head thrown at the Spirit. I remember the Spirit just because of Latina ass.
Las Vegas.
Oh my God, I can't remember what that actress's name is, but she played Johnny Blaze's girlfriend in the fucking Ghost Rider movie. You know, Nicolas Cage.
Wasn't that Paz Vega?
I think it was Paz Vega. The Spirit cast. As soon as I see it, like I'm gonna remember. Eva Mendes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, her ass was so perfect. It was proof God hates blind people. Holson85 says, "Fun fact: orthocones were believed to be fossil proof of unicorns before we knew they were cephalopods." Crossbones.
Oh yes, I knew that.
Crossbones says, "Alpha Trion, I have to say, I like this, and I don't mind Alpha having a beast mode. I may put him in with my Beast Wars. Wolf1701 says recycled Rise of the Beast toys. Dewana says Optimus's alt mode looks like it has lobster claws. Well, that's tasty. Belucia says breaking his horn is optional. Crossbone says RoboCop cartoon was awesome. And Wolf1701, he uses those lobster claws to hold the secret formula.
Also, I don't know. Olsen probably knows about this. You remember the Viking unicorn scam?
Of 2022.
No, the settlers that came to Greenland were harvesting walrus ivory, and one of the things that they liked to do was claim that they were unicorn horns so that they could get more money.
Well, that's just good science.
That's really fucking good marketing.
That is.
It costs the lives of an unknown amount of a species that probably dwindled their numbers close to extinction. But kudos to them on the marketing.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Hey, do you guys, speaking of marketing, do you guys want to know what we're going to buy in 2025?
Life-saving medicine from the killer Africanized bees.
No, silly. We're going to buy more Transformers. Various sources have given us new product info for 2025. So we're going to get some Target stuff. And apparently Target's going all in on Bullseye. So we have I don't know if Bullseye is going to be the name of the line, or if Bullseye, they're actually talking about like the character Bullseye, which is fucking Ravage with a little dot, white Ravage. But the listing says Target Transformers Generation Studio Series Bullseye Leader Class. Transformers Generation Studio Series Bullseye 2-pack Gamer Edition. Okay. Devastation Voyager Elite Seeker Gray and Deluxe Ground Soldier Blue. From the game Devastation. Right? It's the fucking ramjet cone head, and if they're smart, they'll dust off that wheeljack mold. Because remember the wheeljack mold? They used it for the Decepticon ground soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That I always wondered why they didn't make figures of that, because it seemed pretty obvious.
So wasn't the Bumblebee line coming to an end? I guess if that is something that's happening, then Bullseye is the replacement line.
I guess so. I guess so, which makes me curious as to what that leader is. I think we're way overdue for the. This is going to be another like troop builder line. This is going to be one that I buy 3 of. So I got to have my finances in better order by 2025. Who wants to make a TikTok dance channel with me? It's
before they sell it.
Yeah. Oh my God. We have coming up Transformers Generation Studio Series Bullseye Voyager 86 Perceptor, 86 Ramhorn, and 86 Ratbat.
Perceptor?
I like me some. Yeah, I like me some cassettes. What's up with the Perceptor though?
Is this just a repack?
Right, that's an odd one. Perceptor with Ramhorn and Ratbat.
Are they okay? I'm kind of getting a thought on this. Are they saying that they are transformable slides for his microscope mode?
Oh my god, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
that would work. Anyway, we also have a Voyager, a multi-pack coming in under the Bullseye line.
I really like their multi-packs.
Yeah. And then this is for Walmart. This year's Walmart capsule will be Galaxy Force Cybertron themed. So we're looking at Deluxe Cybertron Sideways, Deluxe Cybertron Excellion, Voyager Cybertron Skywarp, and a leader class, an unknown leader class. And Walmart will also be getting a retro-inspired capsule. Not sure what the theme will be. We just have retro-inspired 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know what to think about the Voyager Skywarp. Because in my mind, whenever I think, like, I have this sick idea that Skywarp is going to be a purple and black Voyager Starscream of what we just got, right?
Yeah, but it won't be.
Gamer edition, you mean, with the weird like corn on the cob cockpit?
No, like the Cybertron
Yes.
Starscream we just got.
But what we're
That's the
probably
gamer
going to
edition.
get.
No.
Going to get
it's-
is a new mold. Is a new mold that had that. Because if you remember, Skywarp was this like weird jet figure that was like not super big, but he had this really, really large arm with a clamp that had a missile in it.
Right.
That guy. It was actually not a bad figure. It was kind of cool.
Xavier, this is what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Not the gamer edition, but the Cybertron edition.
You are frozen on my screen. It looks like you are hunched over to punch a midget.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, okay. This is essentially what I'm holding in my hand is a Voyager class version of the leader class of like the Supreme class Starscream from Cybertron.
The giant Emperor Starscream.
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah. So that's what I'm holding in my hand right now. It's definitely not from the game. Definitely not gamer series. Let's see here. Going back to, let me get to share screen again. Not that it matters, but everything's just frozen for Xavier. Amazon. So the Amazon's capsule will be Mayhem versus Wreckers. We are going to get, they call it Smile, which of course Amazon, the little packages have the smile on it. Yeah. Spinister versus Twin Twist.
Cool.
Not
I know
really.
those characters, and I think that would be okay.
It'd be okay. But I mean, we got the Diaclone Twin Twist, so I would have loved to have seen like Topspin, in Diaclone colors. We also have Generations Smile Deluxe Iron Fist, which is going to be a partial of Hound, versus Carnivac, which is a weird wolf retool.
Oh.
Are they allowed to use the name Iron Fist? I thought Disney had an Iron Fist of its own on the grip of its Marvel properties.
This is all subject to change, dude. So they might have it be like Weapon Specialist Iron Fist, or it may be
Power Fist.
It may be Physitron. They'll call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they could do that.
Yeah. And then we're going to SDCC and Hasbro PulseCon. The SDCC, apparently this year's SDCC, one of them is going to be Dino King, which we all
Interesting.
fucking knew. It says these exclusives are separate from this year's Dino King and SDCC 2-pack. But we have the Skybound Comics, Jetfire, Darak, and Solila. We're getting Skybound Comics toys.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gotta start. reading
So
that.
hold on. Does that mean the Optimus toy is going to come with a background that says, you know the song?
Oh, I fucking hope so, dude. I fucking hope so.
Would be the best of like the gimmick for that would be the action backgrounds are included with the toys, and there's Optimus with you know the song.
Mm-hmm. We are getting off of PulseCon Hearts of Steel, possibly Bumblebee and Optimus.
Awesome. Oh my
Fuck
god.
yeah.
That's
Fuck
awesome.
yeah.
That would really go a long way to fix those jank ass spindly little arms they put on the Optimus 3D Iron Hearts version.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, going
Just a
down,
sec, I'll be right back.
we've got a collab, which is Collab Blue, which is supposedly the Sonic Collab 2-pack. Thank.
It's Blur. You know it's Blur. Come on.
Blur with the spiky hair. They also have Transformers Collab Black, which is probably going to be the Knight Rider.
Yes.
And then Transformers Collab Sword. Sword! And then Transformers Collab HW1, HW2, HW3, HW4, and FTW.
For the win, fuck the world. What do you think?
Fuck the world.
There we go.
Fuck the world.
I'd say that's true.
And then, of course, we have some stuff, some Generation Legacy, Voyager Armada Superstar Scream, and a Studio Series Voyager Transformers 7 Nemesis Prime. This is a lot of stuff, maybe too much stuff.
No, it's never enough just because because every year it's the same fucking thing. What are the odds you'll grab 100% of this?
Probably, I'm cutting down. I was telling everybody before the show, if you want to listen to our pre-show, head over, give us $1 over on Patreon, help keep the show going. But we talked during the pre-show. I'm going to be cutting back. I'm going to be selling a few things here and there. Just the collection is getting unruly, and I can't enjoy it. And it's so much. And whenever I move, it's going to be so much to move. And I do love it, but like my Studio Series Dinobots, they're as good as gone. They are absolutely as good as gone.
What do you mean?
What's that?
Oh, what do you mean they're good as gone?
I'm gonna sell my. I've got the 4 Studio Series Dinobots, and right now I'm still healing from my leg infection, right? So I can't really walk up the stairs well. I haven't been up to my collection room in about 3 weeks, and but I was looking at pictures of the Studio Series Dinobots online, but I also own like the G Creations Dinobots, that Shuriken combiner, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at the pictures of the two side by side. And like I'm looking at Shuriken, I'm looking at the individual Dinobot modes, and I'm looking at the Studio Series. And I was telling Xavier before the show, it's just like one of the things that I go for is toy accuracy. Like I like Gears having a battle mask more than I like him having a face. I like Windcharger's battle mask. I like toy accuracy. Like an updated toy. Like, to me, it just seems weird seeing Gears have a face. And it seems weird that Bumblebee has that weird, like, stop sign shaped head as opposed to that cool, like, almost knight helmet that he had on the original toy. And, yeah, I like that stuff better. It makes them feel more robotic to me. So one of the things I really like that a lot of the Dinobot toys have missed, not all of them, but a lot of them, is the Dinobots in Beast Mode have clear plastic, and you can see like their inner, like their little mechanical brains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the G Creations does it beautifully. But the Studio Series, it was like they went out of their way to just do it gold plastic.
Because that was the movie.
Yeah, that was the movie. So it's kind of like I think I'm gonna get rid. I think I'm gonna sell my Studio Series. I got 4 of the 5. I'm gonna sell the Studio Series Dinobots. I'm not gonna get Swoop. What have you? I'm gonna go through my collection, get rid of some stuff. But, I'm also going to be bringing stuff in, too. What have you. There's just... I don't see the need in owning something I don't like. And I kind of got out of control a little bit with that. And I'm willing to admit that. But I'm also looking at the prices that Grimlock's going for on eBay. And the rest of the Studio Series Dinobots going like, I'm going to make my money back and then some. It's... I'll be fine. No worries. Everything's okay.
As Scott says, Daddy needs his medication and cocaine.
Where the hell do you keep the Kahlua and heroin around this joint?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
It's a Johnstown Wendy's. Thank you very much.
My question stands.
Yeah, my question stands. Up until 3 days ago, you guys were successfully run by a pack of hyenas. So... Oh, my God. this stuff is exciting. Some of it is exciting. A lot of this I'm going to skip. A lot of this I got to find out what the hell it is. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I like knowing listings, but it's gonna be my motto. Show me what this is or tell me who it is. And then also I need to see what your design choices are, because you can't just do this to me where it's just like, guess who's coming, and then you don't give me a hint. Like, we were told Iaconus was going to finally be a toy, and then when we finally got Iaconus, everyone's collective reaction was, oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not right.
What am I looking at? What is this?
Because that line, that whole fucking line was great. Wild Wheel, the fucking cowboy Decepticon, pure fucking stroke of genius.
Yeah.
One of the best fucking Transformer toys ever. Meteor Fire, or like whatever the Autobot Starship was, he was pretty good too. Close second. Not a Wild Wheel, still close second.
Good aerial bot.
But then, but Iaconus, what the hell? Why does he's a parts former, for God's sakes. He
doesn't even transform, he just parts forms?
A lot of them were misassembled that they transform wrong, and you can't break them apart and put them together properly.
You probably don't remember this because you can't remember this without having it scarred in your memory. But there was a bit on the legs that was like a clamp.
Yeah.
That was needed to fit on there to complete the transformation. And the clamp, for whatever weird reason, did not incorporate at all into the transformation. You had to take it off. It was just some weird random little piece that didn't fit anywhere until you slotted it into the back of the legs in quote unquote city mode.
Yeah. Which was just bend over and take it mode. For both the figure and you.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God. Going over to the chat. Crossbones Koopa said, remember the Unicron scam that was a timeshare in the colon? It was a shitty deal. Wolf1701 says, it's simple. We burned down Target and get me that Devastation 2-pack several times. Crossbones Koopa, it may be an 86 mold Perceptor that don't have a third tank mode. Belusha says, they're being grasping bastards again to make us pay for their mistakes. Wolf1701 says, Dewanis is on her way to Johnstown to take that Starscream. You know, I can just order you one, you know. Tef says, too many exclusives. Iron Fist is probably already trademarked for a porno actor. Belusha says, back to Tef, like thrust. Technical Jim says, and it's using parts from Legacy G-Axis. Crossbones Koopa says, I'm back. We are getting Wrecker Iron Fist. I'm so down. And for Skybound, Wolf1701, it's a G-Axis repaint remold. Crossbones Koopa, I had thought that if Void rivals the men and women being at war with each other, what is the fuck you to Harmony Gold look like, who was on the cover of Jetfire? Belucius says, then I'll just have Wild Turkey and Peyote. Belucius, you are a man after my heart. We're going to party in the desert sometime, and one of us is going to die. And I'm fairly certain it's me. Wolf1701 says TFW 2005. Belucius says, I'm on that. Don't know my password, though, so I'm not on it. Wolf1701 says, great job. Holson says, fuck Iaconus was terrible. Getting flashbacks. Crossbones Koopa says, 86 Hot Rod is a keep. I don't think it gets no better than that. And Wolf1701 says, yes! Legacy United. This came out of nowhere. Deluxe Cybertron Hot Shot. Holy shit. This is how you do an update. I've said it before. Like whenever I saw Sideburn, the RID Sideburn that we're getting, I said that the new toy should not make me want the old toy more. And I gotta say, this Cybertron Hotshot does not make me want the old toy. This is nice. I like this.
He's got the ass flap that the old one did, where the windshield becomes his back of his tunic.
Yeah.
Yep.
This looks nice.
And they're calling are they calling him Hot? Yeah, they're calling him Hot.
Yeah. Deluxe Cybertron
Oh,
Hotshot.
Very cool.
Indeed.
Although I suspect he will be also repurposed into another character later.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Excellion.
we've already seen in the Walmart listings, the 2005 listings, Excellion.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which, by the way, is just this character's name in Japan. His name was always Excellion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In Galaxy Force was not actually supposed to be a sequel to the two other Armada shows or the two other Unicron trilogy shows, and Excellion is not the same character as Hotshot.
I mean, personality-wise, they're just both planks of wood. It just depends. Is this
Yeah.
one balsa wood or is this one spruce wood? No fucking difference.
Yeah. I do like that they're doing this.
Oh, I absolutely do. I love the clear gun is just this insane piece of unrealized tech that will never work ever. It's the same
It's
thing
not
that
a
he had
missile,
when he
though.
was. Yeah, it's just this weird 2000 edginess gun of just like everything's got to be neon and transparent and look how cool it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think he has light piping again. Does he have light piping? No, he doesn't. Too bad. But he has a cyber planet key.
It looks like his shoulders actually are shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like. Yeah. Does the cyber planet key pop his little spoilers out the back of his
I
car mode? Or
I
is
would
it
be-
just for aesthetics?
I think it's just for aesthetics because I know that for my little Cybertron Starscream, it comes with a Cyber Planet key as well, and it does nothing. It just pegs in. That's it, and it's about the size of a dime. No, it's probably smaller than a dime. Let's see here. It's a tiny fucking Cyber Planet key. Yeah, okay,
Fucking
it's dime sized.
Pagans.
Yeah, it is. It's dime sized. Like I could swallow this with minimal trouble.
And then somehow, Scott, it would end up in your foot.
Yeah, just everything's there. Somebody fucking rewired my colon right to my foot. It's weird that I still got glass in there too. That's fucking awesome. For those that don't know, I am finally.
Scott, when you go to the hospital, make sure they check you for mutations. Like, make sure you don't have that X gene in you.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. For those that don't know, I had an accident about 3 years ago. Left huge chunks of glass in my foot, my right foot, and by the next time you hear me, because Tuesday, I am fucking getting the glass out of my foot. I'm having surgery next Tuesday. I was supposed to have it like 2 Thursdays ago, but I got sick. And yeah, it is. It's so necessary because every time I step down, it just sounds like Santa Claus is coming to town. Just ching, 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 ching. So it's bad. It's bad. Like I was
Scott's his own transformer.
This is
Shatterfoot.
Shatterfoot. This is no lie. Like last night, I was trying to get to sleep, and I had my feet propped up in bed because all the glass in my right foot just makes that foot swell so fucking bad. And I have my foot propped up, and my foot's swollen, and my big toe has a cramp in it. And I move the toe, and I can feel this 2-inch long chunk of glass in my foot just kind of slide around in my foot. And I had to get up, take an ace bandage, wrap it around my foot tight so that I could flex my foot without the glass moving around in there and doing more damage.
Yeah.
So you should do your own MacGyver of medical shows. That'd be great. It's just like, MacGyver, save this guy. He's dying. Ace bandages and glass. Here we go.
Yeah, there it comes.
Like,
Oh, you
Dear MacGyver, included in this envelope is a drinking straw, a paper clip, and an elastic band.
And then for some reason, after the surgery, the dude who's got like shards in his foot of like shrapnel, Scott's got the dude hanging off his back with his feet over his shoulders, and Scott's just slapping the dude's shins to fire him like an over-the-shoulder machine gun. It's like,
Jesus Christ.
take it, take it.
Thank God, like I didn't like cut myself on a big chunk of metal, because I had an MRI about 2 years ago, not realizing there was all this glass on my foot. All that metal would have come flying the fuck out of my foot. Jesus fucking Christ.
On the other hand, had you actually done that, the metal would not have remained in your body, because you would not be able to break pieces of the metal off. It would just cut you open, and it would not. Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
It wouldn't shatter.
Oh God damn it!
You would shatter.
I would shatter. I did shatter anyway. It was not.
Anyway, Hotspot looks amazing.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't have glass in his foot, or maybe he does. I don't know which way the transformation goes. You know, he might have a windshield in his foot. Who the fuck knows? Going over to the chat, Crossbones Koopa says, "Damn, now I want Legacy Cybertron Hotshot." Tef says, "I posted a link for Vector Prime on TFW, but it's not appearing either, so I'm guessing the links don't work." Yes, that is something I found out. If you use certain words, believe me, this is not me that did it. If you use certain words, or if you post a link, I'm not able to see the chat, and it sucks. Thank you, YouTube, for this imposed censorship.
Although Vector Prime is up on TFW now, looking mighty fine.
Well, let's head over to TFW. Jesus, man. Boop. Oh, Legacy United Voyager Vector Prime first look. So we're getting some news here. I think Technical Jim tried to send this to us. Technical Jim, I'm very sorry. Like I said, that link just did not work. Let's see. Tef says, "Yeah, I just posted the link, still not showing. Links must be locked." Crossbones Koopa says, "My override is in a relationship with Cosmos, so if they make a flying car transformer, you know who is the Transformer's mother and father." Holson says, "I don't think YouTube allows you to post links in the chat. They had huge problems with bots." Also, he says, "Bender on 40% titanium." Scott, hold my foot. Let's see here. Interesting. Yeah.
This looks almost exactly the same as the Cybertron version.
Technical Jim had said something that I didn't understand, but I just kind of read it out anyway, where it said where he said something about it being it's using parts from Legacy G-Axis. You can definitely see.
I can already see it.
Yeah, and the legs there.
The back of the plane.
Yeah.
The back of the spaceship is just G-Axis's lower back.
Yeah.
Half. And the arms go in the same spot.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
I may get this, and because I don't have the white Vector Prime, I have like the antique sepia tan one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I really love the original Vector Prime. I have it, and he is one of my favorite Cybertron figures.
I love all the fucking clockwork in his design.
I know.
I love this version of this mold so much. I own the exclusive Alpha Trion BotCon version 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And that's the one that comes with Weird Wolf and the Matrix. Or no, the keys. The Cybertron keys and all that shit.
Yeah.
That was a really good BotCon set.
Man. It's weird because like the front of the ship, I like the original so much better. And you know what? We don't have any safeguard here either, do we?
No, I don't think so.
No safeguard.
I don't know.
Which is sad. Which is sad because like it really completed his look. I mean, he was an arm cannon, like that was like his wrist, his arm mounted gun. Like
right. I think this may be one. Excuse me. I think this may be a clearance boy.
I really love the one that came with Alpha Trion because they named him Betamax.
Yeah, I think, like this week, I got an incomplete Titans Return Soundwave for $15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm using him for a custom.
I think I know probably which one.
We'll say it together on 3, 2, 1. Grandis.
Grandis.
Yep. Yep.
Iaconus.
Dude, whenever I saw that dude made Grandis, and you were able to hook him up to the Optimus and drag him like the original toy, I was like, well, I got to now.
Yep.
I got to.
I should make a Grandis.
You can find. Look, if you get like a Soundwave, look up Titans Return Soundwave on fucking eBay. If he doesn't have the head and the gun, you can get him pretty fucking cheap.
I mean, I should just make a Grandis design of my
I fucking
own.
agree. Honestly, hear me out on this. I think you making a Grandis would be grand.
Yeah.
I would love
No, Scott. It would be Iaconus.
Being that there's a Grandis out there already, you might want to do a little Sun Tzu Art of War and go and win where there is no battle and make a fucking Sky Gary.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You know what? Find a way to make the Sky Gary interact with the other dude's Grandis. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. And that dude's
What kind of
Oh, go ahead.
what kind of what could you name him that means the same thing?
Oh,
Sky Gary? Sky Larry.
dude, you don't have to be that clever anymore, dude. No,
I know. I just think that it's funny when you do that.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. So,
Yeah. I just think it's funny.
But you want to make sure people are able to find your stuff though, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this dude just called it, let's see. There it is. Grandis conversion kit for Headmaster Soundwave. Yeah, $25. You can 3D print out. There's your Grandis from Titans Return Soundwave. And you can choose one of 3 heads, or you can make all 3 heads. And then boop to boop. And there he is in base mode. He transforms. And there he is in base mode again. Still transform. There he is connected up to Power Master Optimus Prime. Just as fucking God intended. And there he is in base mode in defiance of God. It's fucking great. It's fucking great.
It's really helped by the fact that this version of Soundwave already had a fairly respectable base mode to start with.
And the neat thing is, you can take this Grandis since Soundwave already had a base mode. You can hook them up to the other modulators.
Oh, you can.
Yeah. So shit, man. Let's see here. Wolf1701 says he's doing the Grandis. Going over to the chat. Dwayne Marsh says it's becoming Good Morning Geriatric Cybertron. Dwayne, it's not becoming. We're fucking there. We're
always has been.
Yeah, always has been, really, in a weird way. Crossbones Koopa says this is what I like.
Back to the astronaut.
Crossbones Koopa says this is what I like. Cybertron Hotshot was out of nowhere, or was it foreseen with Siege Hound? He had the Cybertron defense head. Technical Jim says, well, what's with the weird wires on Vector Prime Shin? They really should have remolded that from G-Axis. I agree.
Yeah.
Crossbone says, yep, Vector Prime is a must-get. He was good in the series, am I right? Wolf1701, now why didn't Hasbro do Grandis like that? They wonder why they aren't making money. Anybody hear anything on the earnings call? I actually did, and to my surprise, Wolf, really, they did well. I looked up the earnings call before the show let's see, Hasbro. Yeah, Hasbro earnings call. There we go. And let's see here. Here we go. CNBC. Just getting to this. Hasbro reported continue without supporting. Hasbro reported a smaller than expected drop in first quarter sales and easily beat profit estimates on Wednesday as leaner, Jesus Christ, inventories and steady digital gaming revenue helped cushion a drag from softer demand for toys. Shares of the company up roughly 14% this year, rose about 4% in pre-market trading. The Play-Doh maker has grappled with weakening demand over the past year amid a pullback in discretionary consumer spending and tight inventory planning by mass retailers like Walmart and Target. However, efforts to clean up its inventory through 2023, along with cost efficiencies, helped its operating margin expand from 15.3% from 1.8% last year. I was surprised as anybody. I thought that they were going to have a dismal. The earnings call I don't fucking understand. I don't understand how the fuck Tesla lost money this year and somehow their stock went up a fucking 12% today in the pre-market and stayed up the entire day. I don't fucking understand that. Just because Elon Musk comes out and goes, we're no longer a car company. Now we are a AI and robotics company. Okay, great. That should have driven it down even more. But I don't fucking understand. Look, if you want changes in Hasbro, I said this in a previous show. I'm going to say it again. You want changes in Hasbro? You got to go about it in the fucking Wall Street bets way, where you've got to get a whole bunch of people and they just start buying up as many shares of Hasbro as they can. And the next time that there's a vote, a shareholder vote, and they happen all the fucking time, you gotta vote people out, vote people in. You gotta vote Chris Cox out of there and vote somebody else in. You gotta show them that the shareholders don't like it. Beyond some massive move like that, we really don't have a lot of power outside of using our pocketbooks. And let's face it, I'm willing to admit, like right now, Transformers, I'm like that fucking monkey with a neuron activation, right? New Transformers drop, and then my hand instantly goes for my fucking credit card. But yeah, I'm surprised as anybody. I thought it was gonna be really, really bad. Let's see here. Dwayne Marsh says this Vector Prime will be a getter because I don't have the original. Technical Jim says Sky Gary and the Horse. Belucius suggests the name Airborne Gareth. Tef also today a video of Robosyn Megatron leaked, but was taken down super quick. Got 2 screenshots here. Crossbones Koopa said, I like this Vector Prime. Looks young. Wolf 1701 says, no way. Dwayne Marsh says, but I'm only 52. Wolf 1701, maybe, but it does seem a little fishy. Tef, wow, I can't post anything remotely close to a link. Weird. Wolf 1701, great Musk is making freaking Terminators. I got a photo of me with the Terminator a couple of weeks ago. Tef says imgur.com. Oh, okay. We're going to do thank you, Tef. We're going to get to that right away. Wolf 71, I'm personally loving Transformers right now, but yeah, I feel it's close to the end. Let's see, Imgur. We're going to copy Imgur. Paste. We're going to do the .com. I think I can type that in, .com. And then slash and copy. Tef, you are a fucking secret agent, my friend. Control V and tits. Okay.
Cloud Garrison.
And there we go. Robosyn Tef. Thank you so much. So
look at this.
This is Robosyn Megatron.
All right.
I gotta say, he seems pretty flat.
Yeah, well.
Let's face it. I'm not going to buy this. This is going to be like a $1,500, $2,000 toy, right?
If you can call it a toy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but it looks interesting.
It does.
I can't wait to see this in motion.
It looks like
And
they
to never
based
think
this.
of it again.
They based this on the Combiner Wars Megatron. That's kind of what it's shaped
Yeah.
like.
Well, I mean, the Combiner Wars Megatron was so based on the G1 Megatron.
Yeah,
You know,
but it was like just the way how the gun works with the telescopic bit and how the narrow end of the gun ends up on the top, and the way the top of the shoulders look, how the tank treads end up on the back, the kind of rough shape of the legs, like everything there just kind of looks like the Combiner Wars one.
Yeah. Yeah, I do see it. I do see it. Wolf 1701. I'm personally loving Transformers right now, but yeah, I feel it's close to the end. I mean, yeah, I'm loving Transformers too. I mean, take a look behind me. I got Sunstreaker. This is all stuff I got in the last 2 weeks.
Close to the end of
Sunstreaker,
what?
Sideswipe. I got Shockwave, Wheeljack, Gears, fucking Shard, and I got fucking, Wolf dude, Wolf Birdie dude, Sandstorm. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. I'm loving Transformers right now. Too.
In what way is it close to the end? In what sense?
I'm gonna actually disagree with Wolf 1701, and I respectfully, I disagree. I don't feel like it's close to the end. I feel like Transformers is, honestly, I feel like Transformers is one of the few things propping Hasbro up.
Transformers has always historically been something of a phoenix. It's one of those unique properties that has the ability to continually renew and reinvent itself.
Yeah. I don't
Like a Transformer, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think that Hasbro's making a lot of money on their Marvel properties at all, quite honestly. I think they're probably losing money on their Marvel properties. I think they're losing money on Star Wars. I think Transformers is one of the things that's going to keep going. It may go look, it may go in a weird direction where we're only going to be able to get them from Japan, but shit, I got to say it's going to go on. Even if we go in a weird way where it becomes something where like Transformers are only made by guys like the dude that the 3D Grandis and fucking me sitting over here doing my piddly ant stuff and Thomas making quintessons that just look fucking awesome and what have you. I think it's going to keep going. But going back over to the chats, Crossbones Koopa, did you guys find or get Legacy Ramjet? Not yet. Probably not going to because I got the original. Tef says, I hope the tank treads are actual treads and not fake wheels hidden under. Crossbones said, vote me in to take over Hasbro. I'll whip them into shape. I'll have full team QC and no hollow plastic. We're going back to solid construction. Wolf 1701, they should do Starscream, but the F-15 is a real drone. That would be worth the price. Agreed. Tef says, I want a Roboson Soundwave that actually transforms into a functioning boombox. That would be awesome. Wolf 1701, okay, maybe just close to the end for me. Fair enough. Dewana says Transformers is keeping them alive, especially after they murdered My Little Pony. Agreed. They did. I was reading some stuff earlier today about MLP. They did that fandom rotten. Crossbones Koopa. Oh yeah. They just look into it. I'm not going to get into it here because we're coming. It's 9:15. But yeah, look into what they did with My Little Pony. It was rough. Tef says Transformers will live on in third party. Smiley face. And one last thing. We got in-hand images of Masterpiece Brawl. I don't care. It's
a Bayformer figure, and I generally don't collect Bayformer figures. I have a couple.
It looks.
But I know that it's going to be very expensive.
It looks good. Oh, go ahead, Xavier.
I like the detail of the glowing orange hot wires off the severed hand that Ratchet cut off. That's a nice looking fucking severed limb. Look at that severed limb.
Hold on, I'm trying to find that severed limb.
As far as Bayformer designs go, it's pretty good.
Severed limb. Severed
Yeah.
limb.
You
There
want
it is.
image 40.
I got
Yeah,
it.
there
I
you-
got
there
it.
you go.
That's a pretty good looking severed limb. I will say I've got the original leader class brawl. I've got the deluxe class brawl. I've got the studio series brawl. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
You're not getting me to buy another brawl.
Yeah, I have the original leader class 2007 brawl as well, and I was like, wow, this thing is fucking huge.
Dude, the leader
And it's
class,
like-
that today remains my favorite brawl. Bay Brawl, the leader class. It just didn't get any better than that.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's a fucking beast.
And
Yeah.
then I always remember how I always remember how when I first joined the show, which had to have been after Revenge of the Fallen and right before the third movie, we were doing like one of the first instances of me being on the show, and then the subject of 2007 Megatron came up, and that was one of the first instances of Scott going, "Fuck that toy!"
Yeah, fuck that toy.
on Good Morning Cybertron. Yeah, I mean now it's just like it's commonplace, but man, that was like the first instance of triggering Scott. I was like, Scott, what about animated? Fuck that too.
Fuck that too.
If there was any masterpiece Bayformer figure that I would ever be interested in getting, it would have to be the original Bayformer Megatron. And that's only really because it seemed like they were making that design kind of work in a three-dimensional space. Like that was one time where that design was kind of starting to look like what it was supposed to look like.
The initial offerings were really something because I remember a lot of it was cycloptic eyes, and just for flair, they put little shifting panels on the toys. So it's like you take it from jet mode to robot mode, and then just for whatever reason, the body chassis had little panels that would rotate out at a weird angle, and it was just that's it. That's all it does. It just points at that direction. That's just to make it look visually interesting.
Movie masterpiece. The Rise of the Beast Unicron. There. Done. Done. Oh my fucking god. Well, I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this here, dude. Getting over to here. Thomas, do you have a looky what I found?
I don't.
Oh, neither do I. I get the grandest conversion kit, I guess. You know, but
Yes.
already talked about that. How about you, Xavier? Any looky what I found?
Well, first of all, you cunts.
Oh, thank you.
I
Glad you
have
noticed.
a piece of news. I don't know if this has to do with our little circle here. Max had his baby. Him and Justin had their kid.
Right?
Yeah.
What a good looking kid, too. Congrats, Max and Justin.
On 420.
Oh.
So that was a few days ago. Just wanted to say on air congrats to the new parents. Love you both. Real happy for you. And it just seems like the other day Max was telling us he's going to be a dad. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then he posted he's a dad. And it's like, oh my God, it happened so fast.
It did.
So-
it did.
So
Wow.
what I'm doing is I'm preparing a bunch of Looky What I Founds in descending order from, hey, that's cool, all the way down to schlock. So Max gets top spot because he's a dad.
Okay.
And this is just kind of like another RoboSend deal project, but it's oddly satisfying because it is really intricate.
Okay, let's see here. Sharing the screen, screen 1. Bloop. Let's see here. So satisfying. Okay, we got like an Optimus. Oh. Holy shnikes. Is this that build it yourself Optimus or
I really don't know what brand of Optimus this is, but it's incredible.
it's got to be like $30 bajillion. Man.
Easily that in pieces. Look at that arm movement, though. My God.
It doesn't transform 7 out of 10. What else you got?
All right. Next thing, now we move on to now we're getting into schlock territory. Here's a knockoff Optimus with a familiar name.
Let's see here. Mecha King Kong. Mecha King Kong changed diecast. Oh, this is a Bot Shots knockoff. Jesus Christ.
Of all things.
Yeah. Wow.
Change.
Wow.
We could all use a little bit of change.
Change diecast 2-in-1 deformation. Always with the deformation. Oh my.
Yeah, I think the Chinese language assumes that deformation means something else in the English language.
I don't care. Let him keep
form
going.
your property.
I want to hear weird shit like Wittershins in my
I think maybe there's some sort of a confusion and like maybe in the Chinese language transformation and deformation are like synonyms, but they're not in English.
Yeah, I think that's probably what you got. That's probably what you got. You got anything else, Xavier?
2 more. So
making up for all of us, Thomas.
I mean, these just came one after another, and here's a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z ha-ha-ness for you.
Okay. Let's see here. This isn't. What the fuck is this? It looks like some new clan outfit. CyberClansman 2077.
Oh, man. I love that one.
Jesus.
Rest in power, Akira Toriyama. Anyway, what, Scott, may I pose this question to you, was missing from the Frozen movies?
I would say an AK-47.
You are a few millimeters short of the correct ammo size.
Shit.
If I were to say 150 millimeter rounds, would you believe me?
Yes, I would, and I'd be, Jesus Christ. Off-brand Lego Elsa on her way to invade Poland with her off-brand. Man, I was oddly close. I was really oddly close, and that bothers me that I think that way.
Scott, that just means you got a beautiful mind.
Oh my God, thank you. That was weird. That's like the second weirdest thing that's happened to me in 4 hours. Like the fact, let me tell you guys what happened before the show. There is a radio program I fucking love from the 1940s and 50s called Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. It's about an insurance investigator. He's the man with the action-packed expense account, right? I strongly suggest everybody watching go listen to Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, especially the Bob Bailey episodes. He was fantastic. They made an updated comic on Kickstarter in 2023 where Johnny Dollar travels from Hartford, Connecticut, where he's from in the radio show and everything, Hartford, Connecticut, to Johnstown, Pennsylvania, the city I'm living in right now. What? Did Scott make a wish really, really hard? I don't know.
I mean, your love for Johnny Dollar is only rivaled by your love for your wife.
Dude, my wife loves Johnny Dollar too. My wife fucking loves Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. Because it'll be a thing where, like, she'll wake up in, like, 2 in the morning to go use the bathroom. And, like, I'll wake up and Johnny Dollar will say something funny. And we'll both laugh and realize, oh, shit, we're both awake and listening to this.
Oh, no, wait, sorry. I meant gratuitous nudity.
Well, I mean, that, too. We're both naked, you know. So, that...
Laughing at 3 a.m.
Both naked, laughing at 3 a.m. And stuff happens. Moving over to the chat. Crossbone says, Marvel figures are cheaply built now. Holson, Leader Brawl is amazing. Gigatwin says, do you mean the 3D pony show that seems to lack any of the other mythical creatures in their kingdoms, like the Griffin Kingdom? That's part of it. If it was the same setting in a world that was 2010's pony show, then it's weird that there would only be ponies about. That's the limit of my knowledge for that show. Wolf1701 says, way to go, Max. Crossbone Koopa says, I know Hasbro was in a decline. Look how Power Rangers is being handled. Normal people can't get their Zap Megazords, and the mainline Dino Megazord was the same as the vintage one. Wolf1701 says, oh, it's a little bot shot. Holson says, lol. Wolf1701, Chinese just think that we are stupid and throw whatever on the packaging to make fun of us. Crossbones says, Xavier, sidebar. So,
That's kind of true, actually.
you want to be in charge of Power Rangers when I take over Hasbro and you get paid with Transformers? Tef, I keep hearing those Facebook ding, and I keep looking at my Facebook thinking someone is messaging me. Tef, I'm sorry. That is 100% my fault. This is my phone. It's been going ding. I will show you here. It's like all the Good Morning Cybertron stuff. That is a golden Boba Fett drinking scotch in a captain's uniform with a bikini babe on the side of a boat. That's my fucking
Pure canon, by the way. Pure canon.
Pure canon. That actually happened. That fucking happened. Belushi says, I'm going for a piss. Tef says, me too. Let's cross streams. Wolf1701 says,
I love our chat sometimes.
Wolf1701 says, my wife loves my Johnny Dollar. Wink, wink. Yeah, you know it. You know it. You good for you, man. Wolf, yeah. Yeah.
They really do think that we're kind of dumb, yeah.
The Chinese?
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
are we doing anything to dissuade them from proving it?
Let me put it to you this way. If you drop me in a Chinese village, I would probably be dead within a week and a half. Okay? So in their setting, I'm the idiot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I will argue, if you take a Chinese person and drop them in Philadelphia, they'll be dead in a week and a half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because the only way you can think of to survive is like, hey, maybe I can work for Instacart and just shove my phone in people's faces and make them do my shopping for me.
Here's the deal. A lot of intelligence is local based. You know, you got to be smart about your environment, and that's what most people handle with, because that's what you need to survive in, your environment. You know? So, yeah. So, be that as it may. Moving on to reinforcements from Cybertron. Thomas, you get anything this week?
Nothing of my own. Like, okay, how do I put this? I didn't buy anything myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the Missing Link Prime now.
Ooh.
But I haven't unboxed it, and I can't handle it because I only have one usable hand. And I got DevCon finally. And also my brother the other day got me the Studio Series Gamer Edition Optimus, the one that's which I haven't been able to take it out of the box, but it looks really big.
Monkey Prime.
Yeah.
It looks real big.
Yeah.
And apparently he say in the comments earlier that he apparently found a ratchet.
Something like that. I think so.
Yeah.
I am
So
super curious if Gamer Edition Optimus is as complicated as regular War for Cybertron Deluxe Optimus was.
That was a tricky one.
The original one was really, really complex, you know.
Yeah, like why are there more steps in this than the 12-step program for AA?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, Xavier, buddy, how about you? Any reinforcements this week?
I got Silverbolt, so Fusor Silverbolt.
Yeah. That's his name. I called him Wolf Bird Boy.
Bird Dog.
I mean, you know, it fits.
Yeah.
So got him, and I got pretty much all of the other wave as well. So there's also animated Bumblebee. There is Chase, not our killer Chase, but Chase the cop car from Rescue Bots. Windblade and the rock car guy that forms armor.
Magnius.
Yeah,
That's a good figure. I like him.
Yeah.
Very different.
She's a her.
Really
She's a her in my mind.
Yeah.
Wheel titties.
Yeah.
I'm honestly waiting for more versions of this guy to pop up because apparently there's only one in the entire city I live in.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, it's pretty hard to find. I don't know about you guys where you are, but where I am, there's only the one.
I don't,
on what?
I don't go out. man.
Magnius.
Oh.
I don't go out, dude. I don't walk into Walmart. I have Walmart deliver all my stuff. Like restaurants, I don't like going into restaurants. I don't like going into shopping centers. The last time I went into a restaurant, my ex-wife was there. It was just hell.
That's right.
Which is weird because you live in a completely different place now.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't bother her. I don't look up her stuff. I don't want to be part of her. I gave her new boyfriend, who apparently was somebody I knew. I gave her new boyfriend. I'm Chuck Stirrup. Like, I don't want to talk to you. You were responsible for one of the worst times of my life, if not the worst. I don't want to talk to you. Go away. But that is neither here nor there. Myself, I am a very happy man. I've got a lovely wife who just walked through, picked up one of the cats and kissed it. Yeah. She's great. She's great. Moving over to the chat. Wolf1701 in relation to pissing says, don't ever cross the streams. But Lucia says, be a heady mix, that Tef. Holson81 says, a wise man once said, China is asshole. Wolf1701 laughs at that. And he also says, you know what I found? I ain't found shit. Dwayne March says, I haven't heard...
That is also funny.
Yes,
Who
it is.
else were we talking about in the pre-show, Scott?
Right? We were talking about Tuvok. Dwayne March says, I haven't heard Johnny Dollar in a while. I'm going to have to go look for a copy. Dude, head over to YouTube. There's this channel over on YouTube called The Late Late Horror Show. Like, it is just constant Johnny Dollar, like every single night. My wife just walked through. She's looking fine. I love her. Look at her. I'm not... No, you're sexy. She's like, stop it. She's sexy. Sexy as hell. Tef says, I accidentally summoned Gozer with the streams. Dewan says, I think Wolf's finally accepted that any new Transformers that enter our house will be licked by me. Belucia says, I've got Silverbolt and I've still got Standstorm. Fantastic figures, even if I horribly mispronounce them. Wolf1701, hey, if you summon Gozer, try and have fun. Tef says, oh, yeah, I know. I am God. I remember. Crossbones says, question, so what is going on with Beast Wars after Silverbolt? Are we going to get more? We need Quick Strike and Trans Metals. Wolf1701, I second that emotion. Belucia says, there was talk of a core Quick Strike. Wolf1701, why do they always send the core? And Dwayne Marsh says, I got a bot who is missing something and not on purpose my end. Missing parts and not on purpose on my end. I hope that we get more Beast Wars stuff. I hope that we start digging into Transmetals.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we've got obvious templates like that Studio Series Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beast can easily be retooled into a Transmetal Primal.
I mean, we did get Transmetal Dragon Megatron.
Yes.
You know,
Cryotech,
we did get that.
if you were lucky enough.
Where the fuck is Cryotech?
Where is he?
Yeah, that is a repaint. That is a repaint that I know a lot of people are waiting for. So
Studio Series.
Yeah.
Or not Studio Series. Generation Select.
Gen Selects.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that we're going to see more Beasts down the way. I mean, they did seem to sell pretty well. So I think
I think a lot of people would really, really like to see the Transmetal Megatron, the regular one.
Yeah.
I think because that's such a memorable version of that character.
When they did Optimal Optimus one year, I was like, it's fucking on.
Yeah.
Guys, we're getting right to the heart of the matter with the kooky stuff. And then no Primal Prime follow-up, which really broke my balls.
Yeah, it was it was a bit odd. It was a bit odd, but I think Crossbones, Corey, don't worry about it. I think trust me, trust magnificent bushy beard. It feels like kissing a pillow. Got a little bit of a swirl there. There we go. Okay. Don't worry. I think there's plenty more beasts on the horizon. We're kind of living in an era that really, really reminds me of the Cybertron era, which is weird because we're starting to get Cybertron toys. But if you want a vehicle, you get a vehicle. If you want a beast, you get a beast. We're getting into that era. Shit, look what I've got. This week I got a Rock Transformer, a Beast Transformer. I got a G1 Transformer, some video game Transformers, movie Transformers, the fucking first Transformer ever seen on TV in the cartoon series. Shit, man. We are kind of at the point where you want it, go get it.
Give me fucking drill nuts.
Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, the sex move and the figure. I think this is where we end it whenever we start talking about drill nuts as a sex move. I want to throw a huge thank you out to everybody in the chat. Dwayne Marsh, Wolf1701, Belucius, Tef, Crossbones, Koopa, Dewanis Perez, Gigatwin. I'm going through everything. Holson85. I hope I got everybody. And Dwayne Marsh, thank you so much. Super huge, super fucking huge. Congratulations going out to our buddy Max Rosslinden. Holy hell. Max and Justin, daddies. Wow.
It's nice to see him a family man.
Right?
Just so now that like all that tax deductible Transformers stuff could actually be legal.
Dude.
Remember those tax evasions we were helping him get away with, Scott, for years?
Oh yeah.
Illegal activity.
Illegal. Completely. Do me a favor. Down in the links below, you're going to find links to a bunch of our friends. Dewanis's stuff. Man, I think she's going under the name Strawberry Shockwave now. She had a live stream the other day. I was able to like catch it a little bit later on, listen to the whole thing. Dewanis, we love your stuff. Check out Crossbones Koopa's channel. It's linked down there as well. Ugly Wretch has a great channel. He does some amazing live streams. Belucius, who was in the chat tonight, he's got a channel as well. Ninja Bill Reviews. My God, Ninja Bill does some great stuff. Phoenix as well. Phoenix is great. You can see Ninja Bill, Belucius, Ugly Wretch, Phoenix. They do a lot of live stream togethers. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. And honestly, criminally underviewed. Tef also has a channel. Dude, Tef, please let me know, man. I didn't even realize you had a channel, Tef. I'll fucking sub. In fact, we're gonna chill here for a little bit. I'll finish up some stuff. But dude, Tef, your channel's getting added to the shit. Break up that link like you did for the Imgur stuff, man. Been making TF reviews for years. Now I gotta go to YouTube, man. I gotta go to YouTube and find Tef's channels. Let's see here. Let's go to Facebook, YouTube. I'm just gonna Google Tef. See what's happening here.
Scott, before you click off, I do believe Holson has posted his own "Looky What I Found" for us to enjoy.
Oh, okay. I'm scared because Holson puts a lot of stuff out there. Let's see. Tef. Dude, you're added to the show notes, dude. You're added to the show notes, and you've got a new fucking subscriber. And let's see here. We are, here we go. We are going over here. I'm going to drag the live stream all the way over here so you can kind of see this. We're going to edit, and we're going to put you, boop, boop, boop. There you go. Tef, and saved. You are saved to the show notes, my friend, man. You are saved. We're all about helping everybody else out here, man. We are all about it because, yeah, if you're not sucking the algorithm's wang, then we're all about helping. And where is Holson's Looky What I Found? Can somebody...
Just in the chat.
Okay, hold on here. Monster, Priest Octopus Squash Sausage. The eat or be eaten. Help me.
Holson.
Crossbones Koopa
Your love
says,
for kaijus.
okay. Belushi says, take care, mates. Tef says, woot. Rock star status achieved. You were always a rock star, man. You were always a fucking rock star, and don't you fucking forget it, man. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. You guys are rock stars too, man. Say good night.
Night, y'all.
Ooh.
All right.
Feeling kind of sexy. Feeling kind of
Did you
sexy.
just wake up from your long 420 nap and come say, oh, shit.
No.
I set my alarm to watch Good Morning Cybertron. I got to get up. It's been 4 days.
Whenever I wake up, Johnny Dollar's playing, and that's just the way it is. Music.